Hey y'all, and welcome back. We have something real special today, and it is seasoning and cleaning yellowtail snapper. So here it is. I've got two yellowtail snappers. They were a good size, and I'm just showing you here how to tell if the fish is fresh, and it's the clarity of the eye. That's one way of telling it, and of course, the smell of the fish. It should not smell fishy. So here it is. I'm just going over the fish with my little device to remove any extra fish scales from the body. So, at the store where I got it from, they cleaned it and they scale it. But if you look there, I'm showing you, you see the extra scales right there. So if you cook it in any way, form, or fashion, those scales will be in your food, and that's not what you want. It ain't nothing cute about extra fish scale on your fish after it's been cooked. So we're just gonna go over it, and it looks like it's a little rough, but when you're scaling fish, it ain't supposed to be cute. There's nothing cute about that. So we're just gonna go over it, and we're gonna do this for both fish to make sure that they're clean thoroughly and make sure that the scales are completely removed. So this is the second fish I'm just showing you. I'm going over the body even down to the tail on both sides just to make sure that everything is removed from there, because although the guys do a good job of cleaning, you still got to go over it just one more time just to make sure. And I'm just showing you the extra scales that I got off the fish, and yuck, yeah. So that's not what you want. No to fish scales. So now this is the inside of the fish, the cavity where they remove all of the innards. And usually for me, I just go over it with the knife and get as much of that white stuff as possible out of there. And of course, I have the fish sitting in just a little bit of vinegar and water just to help it along the way. And so you don't have no sort of, funny smell afterwards. So I've taken the fish out of there, and I've rinsed it with a little bit of lime. And so now, because they were sizable, I just cut them in two. So we got the tail end and the head. So we're just going to go ahead and score it. So this is scoring. Some people may say you're just making a slit. We're just doing the slit to the bone of the fish, and that is for a reason. And I'm going to show you why we do that. Listen, Caribbean people, we like our fish, we like our fish head, so that's what we do. I'm island born. This is how we like our stuff, okay? So yes, I know you've seen this before. So this is the Scotch bonnet peppers, and I'm showing you where the seeds are. And the seed is where all the heat is. And I'm not going to put that much heat in it. I just cut off a little bit of the end. I'm just finely chopping it. So I'm taking the spoon and I'm just mashing it just a little bit, just to release the juices of the pepper, as well as to make it a little bit more fine. So when we add the salt, we're just going to go ahead and just mush it together, and so the salt will collect all of that pepper juice. Yeah, the pepper juice, we'll call it that. So we're just going to go ahead and mesh these together, and it's for a reason. So that there is seasoning right there. Fish does not need to be complicated. It's very easy. You score it, you season it, and you season it very simple. It doesn't need all of that complicated stuff. So we're just going to take that salt and pepper and push it into the cavities and all the scores, any exposed flesh of the fish. That's what we're going to do. So you want to go ahead, add it to the fish head, all inside there. That's where you want to put that pepper and salt, because it's going to do its job. You're going to have a little bit of heat, you're going to have the salt, and of course, snapper being one that survives or lives in the ocean, you want to mimic the natural environment, and it's very simple: lime and salt. You add the pepper just for a little bit of spice, and that's it. Other people, they do all of the onion powder. For me, I keep it super simple with seafood, and this is real simple. So we're just going to go ahead and add the pepper and the salt combination and add it to our bowl. So because I'm cooking this later on in the day, I'm putting everything in the bowl, and that's for a reason. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit of sea salt on the fish, just a little bit. So here's the lime. Now it looks a little bit skimpy, but I have about 3 or 4 limes that I sliced down the middle, and I'm just squeezing it over each individual piece and getting all in the cavities where we put the pepper, and just making sure that it's seasoned properly. And that's all I'm doing. Just opening it up. See that cavity right there? And look at that lime juice. That's what you want. I promise you. You cook that a little bit of fried fish. Ooh, chat. And no breading. You don't need to flour the fish. You don't need to bread it. No, none of that. This is how I grew up being charged with seasoning fish. This is how I was taught. Very simple. And this is all you want. Very simple snapper. And it's going to be good. I promise you, this is what you want. So we're just going to set this aside and let it do what it do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.